For most organizations, creating, integrating, managing, and operating data lakes is a complex and expensive process. In this demo, I'll show you how Microsoft Fabric's multi-cloud data lake, OneLake, can simplify how you connect to data and enable you to use the same copy across your analytics engines. I'll start off by building a lakehouse in OneLake. I'll give it a name, press Create, and in a couple of seconds, I have an enterprise-grade lakehouse ready to populate with data. We can bring in data by using any of the 150-plus connectors that come with Fabric. But instead of moving the data with connectors, we are going to use shortcuts. Shortcuts provide connections between different databases and clouds like Azure Data Lake Service, Azure Databricks, and Amazon S3, so that data can be virtualized in OneLake without data duplication, movement, or change in ownership. In this case, we have some campaign images that we are storing in Amazon S3. All I have to do is select Amazon S3, add the URL of the data I want, add a shortcut name, and within a couple of seconds, we've linked our lakehouse in OneLake to the S3 bucket. Now, I can explore all the images that live in Amazon S3 in my Fabric experience. I have more images on my desktop that I want included here as well. Similar to using Windows Explorer to access your documents in OneDrive, you can also access and manage your data in OneLake. When I click on OneLake, I can see my workspaces, lakehouses, and my data, including the images I have in Amazon S3. I can then drag and drop them into the file section of my lakehouse, and they immediately show up in OneLake. However, analyzing marketing campaign assets is only a small part of the project I'm trying to build. The most important piece is getting access to the tables of data tracking our marketing performance. For this data, my organization is using Databricks with data that is also stored in AWS S3. Here, I can see the Delta directories in the S3 bucket. Again, I want to bring this data into OneLake without making a copy of the data. So, I'll create a new shortcut. All I have to do is connect, provide the settings to access the tables, and within a couple of seconds, the tables show up in Fabric, ready for me to query and use in my data solution. Now, in addition to my marketing data, I need to bring in sales data for my solution. In this case, our sales data is stored in Azure Data Lake Storage. Again, I can just create a shortcut to the underlying data, so I can use it without data duplication. And just like that, I'm pulling together data from Azure and Amazon with data I've loaded manually into Fabric. And it's all coming together in a single solution. With my data ready in OneLake, I can now use this single copy across any of the Fabric workloads. A data scientist can train their models directly over this data using a Spark notebook. Or, as a data warehouse professional, I can query and analyze that same data, joining across the data. And analysts can use the semantic model view in data engineering to build relationships between tables, create measures, and define row-level security. With OneLake, I can easily organize my company's data into a single unified logical lake and significantly reduce the data duplication and sprawl across my organization.